can.
Okay,
So
ready?
Mark, are you gonna record?
Called, who is?
Already hit
Mark
the
is gonna
button.
record, I
Yep,
think.
Oh,
it's
great.
recording.
Thank
Okay,
you.
good. I don't have to do it. Okay, good.
Okay, we'll call the meeting to order at 6:10. We don't have any public present, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And the minutes from the last meeting, if anyone has any correction or addition to those minutes? I did.
I'll accept.
Okay. So Pat moves to accept the minutes from the last meeting, and I'll second that. Okay, I don't have the president's report. I don't actually have a report, so we can move on to the next thing, which is financial. And first, we have the expenditures and revenues reports for October.
There really isn't much there. It's the first month of the year, so.
Right.
Right.
So we just have to accept it. So we just have to accept it, right?
Yes.
Mhm. Yes.
All right, I'll accept it.
Okay, Pat
I'll second.
and Scott, okay? And the abstract of claims dated November 11th to December 8th.
That was the one you just received.
Right.
And that was
Mhm.
for a total of $83,929.81.
I saw that.
There were a few big things in there. We had the parking lot, which is part of the construction grant, and we did another, so it was repair and that kind of thing for construction, but then we did this another section, so it was a little more. So some's construction grant and some is just building maintenance. Otherwise, it was pretty basic stuff. And we're going to, part of this, we encumbered money. We didn't do it yet, but we're going to replace the fire doors on the community room because they're not great. And so that was, again, a construction grant we wrote a couple of years ago. So that has to be done so I can finish that up for June. But you
Right.
approved that like 2 years ago.
Okay, good.
So we did the other, that was the, what do we call that? The first expenditures we did, and now the next one is,
We have the abstract of claims correction from October to November. There's a correction.
Yes.
okay, who approved the abstract, the current abstract? Did you do
I
that?
will. Is
Okay.
there a
Okay.
second?
All right, I'll second.
Okay. And
And
now
the correction,
the correction, we need to approve that as well.
Yes.
oh, the difference, there was a difference of like $5,000, I want to say. So it wasn't just like 3 cents. So that's why we brought it to your attention.
Right.
Okay.
And I don't really remember anymore what the difference was. We should make notes.
If you have, do you have it with you, April?
I do.
Everything that's bolded is what was changed.
Oh, okay. So, really? Oh, there it is. There was something to do with salaries, must be. That's highlighted anyway.
Yeah. Oh, because there was a paycheck that was missing.
Yeah.
Wow.
could be it. Okay. So that's the difference. That would make sense.
Okay.
So we need the correction. We need an exception. We need.
Right, we need,
All right, I'll accept that.
I'll second it, Pat.
Okay.
And now we have anything else in the financial area? Are we all set, Shar?
I believe so. April, there was one thing you wanted me to mention, and I cannot remember that right now. You remember?
No, I wanted you to make sure we did the correction.
Okay, that's what it was then.
I
Okay,
think that was it. I said, what, we've decided that to have Shar send a corrected abstract if there is one, because I forget them. So, I've given that job to her. I sent out, with this meeting, I did send out the director's report again, and I added a few things. I will change this. I see at the very bottom, there's a, what do you call it? Like not a clerical error. It's just the dot got removed. So I'll fix that. But we've been working with teaching books a lot because we're going to be sending that out in the calendar, putting links in. So we've been learning to use that. And so Christine and I met yesterday with one of the people that promotes the teaching things. And we just overview, I did it with Jamie earlier in the month. And so we're excited about that. We also purchased more audiobooks from Mid-York. Heather creates a list. There's a lot of holds on certain things. So we know that those books are going to be used, and it was suggested, and we just said, we'll just sponsor all the audiobooks, which is nice because when you buy things, you don't always know if somebody's going to use it. And those lists that Mid-York creates for us, they say, you know what, people want this. We go, okay. So we don't even have to think about it, but we did sponsor that. We're using the WebMax, it's not web, it's Max UC for these virtual meetings. It's starting slow, but we're starting. There's been quite a few.
Giving a program a month.
Yeah.
So
it's coming. There's some webinars in there. We met with Mark and I practiced our architect meeting with Julia, and then later on we had quite a few. That was a long meeting, and it was really not now. I don't want to restart now. My computer wants to update. And we really, I think it was a good 4 hours. People came in, they said,
wow.
I want to do a wordle of what people said. It was interesting to listen to how many different people mentioned certain things. I was like, wow. Or how people were, I don't know, it was good because I know what I think, and it was fun for me to hear other people's.
So when you say people, what people?
Oh, well, we had Sue came on in the beginning, and
you mean,
Sally, she called.
employees. Oh, okay.
And then Susanna came in at 9 because she, one of the emails said we might start at 9.
Okay.
And so she said a few things, and at the same time Rosemary was on, so she was chatting, and then it came in, Val came in, and there was a whole list of people, and we, like every 15 to 30 minutes, someone rotated in and said different things, and it wasn't bad because I thought, oh dear, this is going to take a long time, a lot of staff time, and it worked out. So I was happy. We did the parking lot. It was probably 2 weeks ago. There were some really nice days, and then it rained, and that's why we saw puddles. I said, oh dear, we should have him come back. So he did. He came back the next week, and he repaired the things. We thought we might as well do it and get it done. So the parking lot looks really nice. And today I wrote in there that we reverted back to curbside due to the increase in COVID-19 cases in Oneida County. I listened to, my daughter's an ICU nurse, so there's a lot of COVID in the hospitals. And then I sent you all an email. So if you haven't seen it, but basically between my daughter's note of what's going on, the staff interacting with patrons who didn't always follow the rules. Some people were so good, and they did everything they were supposed to do, but then we would get people in, we'd have to remind them multiple times to put their mask on, And between Anthony Pacenti spoke yesterday and Andrew Cuomo, so I listened to both of those, but one of the patrons came in yesterday, got DVDs, and on the way out, talked to Diane and said, I came to get DVDs because I can't go to work for 14 days. It's like, really? You came to see us, but you can't go to work. But she was an exposure to an exposure. So she wasn't COVID positive herself. And in fairness, she had a mask on. I called her. I said, well, hello, what's the deal? And she said, I'm sorry, I didn't know I couldn't come in. So Heavens to Betsy. So we have staff that have pre-existing conditions or they live with people who do. And so there was a lot of anxiety in the last week because they knew Utica and Rome were closed and New Hartford had closed on the 30th. And it was just getting, the traffic was such that, I don't know. I feel good about it. I think it's good. We want to make sure that curbside stays. Mid-York is going to continue. We're not going to be a curbside back to the way we were before. And also Dennis is going to continue with notaries, and we will do copying and faxing in a curbside way. People can call and say, I have these to copy. We'll go get them. We'll make the copies. We'll take them back. But we won't have people coming through. And we're also spacing out some of the staff because we have shared offices, which came up in our, and it's just the way it is. We have, we share offices, and we've decided that we're going to just put people in different places where we don't need the book sale quarantine right now because people can't get to the book sale. So we're going to put Christine in the study. We're going to move Val out of the workroom just onto the library floor because you can, right? Because there aren't people walking through it. So we're going to get some people so that they're not as close together because we've been wearing masks all day in some of those situations because it's just, yes, you're 6 foot apart, but it's so contagious, just so contagious. Allison said, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a different strain, but there are people in the hospital who are in their 40s. And she said, and they're not looking good. So it was kind of scary to talk to her. And she said, but she did say, she said, and there's people that came in from, assisted living or nursing homes, and they're rallying and going back home. So who knows why it affects some people and not others. All right. We did do Janae's book club because it was in-house and we kind of had control over that. And it was more or less just, okay, this is how the software works. And, oh, is that Sally?
I've been here a while. Yep.
Okay, sorry. I've been looking at my, I thought things
good.
changed.
Hi, Sally. I'm glad you came.
Yeah, I've been here a while.
I knew that. Okay. So that went well, and we'll do that again. The Girl Scouts, they did host the coat and winter accessory thing, and that went well because Jamie was there. And we had a Social Security Zoom program. So that was, I don't know how it was. Well, it was attended. I didn't look into that, but it happened, and that was just something. They also obviously used virtual. It was a Zoom meeting, not our software. So we had so many people donate books that we had to stop taking because we couldn't manage how many donations we had, and they weren't going out fast enough. So, but now we'll sell books in February or whenever. I've been attending the Mid-York directory meetings, which do help to try to figure out what people are doing and who's open, how it is that they're, reducing their services or the time people are in the library and that sort of thing. Let's see. There was a director's advisory council meeting that we had, and they're a lot like the ones that we have once a week. But it's a little more formal, I guess. And I did go to, at the bottom, it said that there's the library supporting online learning, which was good, but it was really designed more for academic libraries. They did talk about social media and websites and stuff like that. So I did get a little out of it, but it really wasn't perfect. We also had a blood drive, which it might have been it's probably on the adult services report. They had 25 donors, which is awesome. And we'll probably keep that going no matter what, because it seems as if the Red Cross does a nice job with that. And I don't know, they wipe everything down, and we will probably keep that going unless for some reason we can't do it. But I'm happy that we can make a difference with blood drive. So that's my formal director's report. And I guess I'm done.
Okay, you're all set?
I am.
And we have old business?
I can't remember if we talked about this. We didn't record it in the minutes. So we thought that December 26th and January 2nd, we have, I think, do we have like the Thursday and Friday, and then we'd come back for 4 hours, and then we'd have Monday off? So we wanted to close
Yeah.
for those two.
Yeah,
So,
that's a better idea.
right, especially now. Like, you know, I was thinking about maybe not doing Saturday hours, but I think that we're getting quite a few people on Saturday, so I didn't want to do that as a rule. But
Right.
during that little holiday, nobody's going to think we're there anyway. So formally, or I guess it should go in the minutes that we're closing those days. Right,
Right.
Shaw? Is that what we thought? So I guess we need a motion.
Okay, do we have a motion to close the library the day after the holidays?
Yeah.
Yes.
For both the 26th, as written maybe, for both the 26th and
Yes.
January 2nd. So Scott, you're
Yes.
making the motion?
I'm moving that the library be closed on December 26th and 2020 and January 2nd, 2021.
No, isn't it weird to say that?
I'll
Okay.
second.
who's-
No,
Second.
we can't be shut of this year fast enough.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Do we
So
have-
Sue, did you second? I don't know why I'm writing this down,
Yes.
just in case you forget.
Do we
All
have
right.
new business?
You know, I don't know if we need to record this. I just want to share the good news. We received our check for, you know, again, the construction grants confuse me because they're all about the same, but 90,389, and I believe that's for the wall petition that we put up,
Right.
or it's for the construction grant before that. Both of them were 90. But anyway, we received $90 from the state for a
Good.
construction grant.
Good.
So you don't have to write that down. You don't have to vote on it or anything. Just announcement, whatever you want.
Right. Money coming in is always good.
Right?
Any announcements or communications?
I don't think so.
Okay, there's no public present. We don't need an executive session as far as I know. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make
So
a
moved.
And I'll second.
Scott and Pat?
Scott and
Yes.
Pat?
Yes.
Okay, the meeting is adjourned at 6:28.
Wow.
And
Haven't
And the
And-
next meeting is January, I don't know what it is.
I stopped putting that on there. Sorry. I need to
But
put that
it's
on.
2021.
January 2021. Yeah. We'll look it up.
January 12th?
12th? Okay.
Excellent, thank you. I don't have a,
Yowza.
Andy.
And
Well, thank
enjoy
you
the-
all for your
enjoy the
time.
holidays.